Anyway, so pretending like that didn't happen, pretending like we didn't have technical difficulties with that.
I don't even know what
So
you're talking about.
ultimately, you know, for me, I think if a lot more religious people were at least not okay. Let me like differentiate. I respect the world's religions, Hinduism, Confucianism, and shit. Anything that's not like God, Jehovah based.
Oh,
When
okay.
we get to Muslims, Judaism, Christianity, and Catholicism, that's where I get the most irritated. And I do agree because you made this point. Those people, not like what the four that I mentioned, but like super hyper religious people ruin religion for the rest of the world. They ruin the concept of faith because they make it seem so greedy. They make it seem so power based.
Yeah.
But that's what like Dark Owl said. But what I contend is those four religions I just mentioned ruined religion for the rest of the world. Like if I want to see either artificial intelligence or an alien species, somebody completely non-biased, a non-biased point of perspective, not human tainted, come to Earth and just examine. The first thing I want them to do is just examine religion and tell us their thoughts. Because I think that they would agree that religion can be a good thing because it keeps people calm. Because death is scary. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Death is scary, and it keeps people hopeful. Like, all right, well, just because I'm having a bad time now doesn't mean I'm gonna have a bad time forever. So those two things, positive things that, of course, just having some confidence in yourself would do. But religion is helpful. Religion can definitely help you, and it provides a sense of community, yada yada. But point being, those four religions, the ones based around this, I'm gonna call them Jehovah because different religions call him the same thing. But I think Jehovah is like one thing that all of them call God, is that the fact that like they have this mission, and I don't know the history of it, but they have this mission that they need, that it is their responsibility, their duty to spread their religion,
Yeah.
and this next part is key, by whatever means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Missionaries, the Inquisition, the Crusades, just straight up forcing this religion, and now a lot of them are like that's the biggest thing when they get to brag about the fact, oh, you should believe in Christianity. Why should I? It's no bigger. There's no more proof that it's the correct religion than any other religion. But they get to respond with, oh, but it's the biggest one in the world. Well, yeah, your fucking predecessors forced that by guns, chain, and just by pure luck, having the ability to create steel. The first like metal components were all like in Europe. So yes, you were able to force your religion, and now that your predecessors did all the blood and work for it to force all these religions on everywhere across the globe, now you get the benefit of saying, oh yeah, we're the biggest. Yeah, not by fucking choice. You didn't take a Bible to Africa and calmly expect people to show up in your church. No, you showed up. You sent a priest to Africa. You also sent soldiers with guns and bullets to places that had probably spears and stone swords. I don't want to hear that shit about, oh, we're the biggest, so that means we're most likely the most right. It's by pure luck. Had guns been manufactured first in India, we'd all be praying to Ganesh and Hinduism. Okay? I don't want to hear that bullshit. Okay? I just don't want to hear that bullshit. It's all just fucking. You got lucky. That's the easiest thing. You got lucky that steel just happened to be invented in your country first. Whoever, pretty much, I think I know this is like a little bit off religion, but whoever gets the best weapons gets to make what's right and wrong, because you force your abilities, you force your point of view on everybody else, and I think that that's why religion has such a bad taste. Like, had those four religions not existed, I probably still wouldn't believe in religion, but I would have a lot higher opinion of people who preached it and who did actively pursue it than I do right now. Especially because we're in America. America, it's Christianity or nothing. It's funny is that Catholics, Muslims, and Jewish people are all persecuted by Christians, but those three are the older versions of Christians. That's where it came from. And Christians just don't see it like that. if they look down on Jewish people, they look down on Muslim people, they look down on Catholics, like, oh, it's only the ethnicities, the minorities that praise those. But that's where your religion comes from, and that just pisses me off. So the point of all of this is, for me, is like Christians, but like all four of those religions, but Christians in particular, I am so fucking hateful of, because they have such a dirty history, and they somehow find the nerve to brag about it. Pisses me the fuck off.
It's funny, we talked about this the last time we tried to record this, but religion was used for fear, 100%. When religion first came around, it's for fear, until they decided to separate church and state, which again, that's what should have happened. But again, they still today. When you look at presidents and stuff like that, people use, okay, well, what's the religion? And that's what they base their choices off as well. It's not like it went anywhere. It's still there. And also, just piggybacking off the weapons and stuff like that. Ooh, shit, almost burped. Excuse me. Piggybacking off those weapons, though, like you said, had it been created in India, it would have been. It's funny to think that depending on where anything was created or anything was built, anything that in the next ruler, the best ruler, the biggest armies, whatever it is, that's what made the changes. Like if you go back in time and think, okay, well, what if this happened instead of this, or you know what I mean? They can make such one of the biggest changes in the world. So with religion, anyway, picture there was like never religion that came up until now. You know what I mean? Like how much different would the world be because they didn't have religion? You know what I mean? Like you talked about how religion is like, it's good only for the fact that it gives people faith and gives people calmness and stuff like that, which I do agree. But at the same time, I also think religion can divide, which is why I don't really call what I have as is religion. I base it off faith, but I don't call myself a Christian. One, because of those main reasons you spoke of, like greed, people feeling the need to wash people with, well, if you don't believe in God, you're going to hell type shit. Like that's borderline annoying. Or take me there, I don't care. Like it's just people who feel the need to force someone to do something 100% turns everyone else off.